and you know this, that Canada has a major economic relationship with the United States, which decided not to join the Kyoto Protocol. So you had Canada, which was part of the protocol, and its major trading partner, including a country that imports a lot of energy from Canada, was not part of the deal. That is going to change as a result of Copenhagen, and that changes Canada's position. What we heard this morning was Australia speaking on behalf of the Umbrella Group, which includes Canada, saying that all the member countries of that group, therefore including Canada, are willing to commit to very significant emission cuts, and I look forward to each and every one of them delivering on it.
Okay, you probably noticed something happening on my right here. So we'll close the press conference because the Global Coalition for Climate Action, led here by Leah Wickham from Fiji, has an interesting COP president for the COP president and the executive secretary. I'll hand it over to them.
My name is Leah Wickham, and I'm a long way from home today. I come from the Fiji Islands, a little group of islands in the South Pacific. The Pacific region and other small island nations all across the globe are at the front line of climate change. We are here in Copenhagen to fight for our identity, for our culture, and for our very right to exist. People from all over the world are here in Copenhagen to call on our leaders to secure a fair, ambitious, and a legally binding treaty. We are of different races and creeds, but we speak one language, that of climate justice. I stand here before you as one of over 10 million people who have signed the Tcktcktck petition to request that our leaders stop talking and start taking meaningful action. We need a deal that is fair to poorest people and nations that have had little or nothing to do with the issue, but that will be affected the most. We need a deal that secures a safe planet for all peoples and nations. We need a deal that is fair, ambitious, and legally binding. These symbolize the building blocks of the deal that is to be made in Copenhagen. And we know that all the bits of the puzzle, all the blocks that are needed, are present here, and all that is lacking is the political will of our leaders to secure the right deal. We will also hand over a Tcktcktck candle, and it is our request that that be placed in plenary and lit every day over the next 2 weeks, to remind our leaders that time is most definitely running out. The petition, the Tcktcktck, is handed over 50 years from now. My children will be raising their own families. It is my hope that they will still be able to call our beautiful islands home. It is my hope that their lifetimes will never be affected by devastating climate change. Excuse me. And it is my hope that our culture and our identity will never be compromised. The world has spoken, and the world will be watching Copenhagen over these next 2 weeks. We need you to help us secure a deal that is fair, ambitious, and legally binding. Thank you.
So
because it's an expression of the fact that this is about a lot more than decisions, conclusions, treaties, that this is about, as you indicated, about livelihoods, about cultures, and about countries potentially disappearing. And that, I think, is what the public, what the politicians need to remember. You indicated that the talking needs to stop and the action needs to begin. But I hope you can show a little more patience and give us just 2 weeks more of talking, and then I promise we will deliver on the action.
My people, the fact that we're very vulnerable countries in the Pacific, and we've done little or nothing to deserve what's been happening. Like, best science has proven that out of all global carbon emissions, the entire Pacific region accounts for less than 1.1%. So even if we were to become totally carbon neutral tomorrow, it wouldn't make a difference and we'd still go under. And we depend so much on these bigger nations to realize that our identity, our culture, who we are, that's not something you can sit in a plenary and negotiate. It was a humbling experience to be able to do that on behalf of over 10 million people from all different walks of life who I have not met. But to be able to be their voice today was the most humbling experience of my life.